Welcome to episode 35 of Talking Shirts. I'm Mike from Hull KR Shirts, and today I'm going to take a look at the 1996 away shirt. Now, the 1996 away shirt, in my opinion, is so bad that it's actually quite good. I absolutely adore this shirt for no other reason than the fact that I look at it and think it's hideous. Now, that might not really make much sense, and I don't really think it makes much sense to me either, but there's just something about this shirt that I'm a big fan of, and it's maybe just because it's the fact that it's ours. I don't know, but I really, really, really like the fact that this shirt is so hideous that it just makes me laugh. So it's a navy shirt with what I can only describe as sort of, is it teal? Is it aqua? Kind of going across it in bands. And then we've also got the hidden V coming through the middle, up and then up the top there. And then obviously there's a slightly shallower one here that goes up as well. There's just so much going on. But I love it. I don't know. It's weird. So it was the only time that the shirts was made for us by Le Corps Sportif, and they produced obviously the home shirt and the away shirt for 1996. The club crest appears in an inverted format, so it's not in our natural colourway that we would be used to be seeing. We're used to seeing the white bit in red and the text bits in white. So it is kind of a little bit different, and it's also oversized on this shirt as well. It's a lot larger than the logo that we would usually see on our match shirts. It was sponsored by Wastewise, who had their branding across the chest of the shirt, also with their tick, which also appeared on the sleeves as well. But we'll have a little bit of a closer look at that when we get around to it. The replica and the plain shirts in 1996 was almost identical in terms of the format and the way that they were presented. The match spec shirts just have this little rectangle down here of reinforced stitching, and that's a very good telltale sign to see if your 1996 shirt is a replica or if it's a match worn, and that stands for whether it's the home shirt or whether it is the away shirt. So bringing it round to the side here, and you will see that we've got the Rugby Football League patch on the sleeve there. 1996 away shirt was the last away shirt that Rovers had that actually had this logo on the side. So to some who absolutely love this badge, it was kind of the end of an era. And as I've said down here, we've got the tick from the Wastewise logo, and the design of the front of the shirt is repeated on the side of the shirt. So you've kind of got the navy bit is obviously the main body, and then we've got the bands going across in the greeny colour, and also we have the V that comes down here across the bottom, and then the shallower one at the top here. Okay, so we shall spin it round to the back here so you can get a good look at this. So the back of the shirt is plain. It's completely navy, and we have the word Rovers across the top of the shirt there. So this was kind of before players' names appeared on the reverse of the shirt. I quite like the fact that it says Rovers up there. I kind of wish we could replace and go a little bit back to like the NRL do and not have a name on the back of the shirt, just have the squad number and then the word Rovers across the top there is something that I'm a big advocate of. I really do like the look of that on the back of a shirt. As you can see here, we've got number 11. This has been heat applied onto the back of the shirt, so there is some cracking going on here. I will pop some pictures up just to the side, just so you can kind of see the damage that has happened to this shirt over time. Obviously, for its age, it's going to carry some sort of wear and tear, and especially because it's been worn in a physical game, so there is obviously going to be little bits of damage that have occurred during that. So because there is no name on the back of the shirt, it makes it harder for me to identify who wore this shirt. But from doing some research, looking back to 1996, there was a few different options of players that could have worn number 11. Players such as Paul Fletcher, Chris Charles, Chris Harrison, and also Rob Wilson. So the likelihood is that one of, if not all four of those guys will have worn this shirt at some point during that season. As you can tell from looking at this shirt, it's a massive shirt. It would probably bury me. It's a 52-inch chest. So you can imagine that there would have been quite a lot of bagginess going on underneath this shirt, because not all the players would be, even though it's 11's a second rower, not all of the players are going to be that big. So I would imagine there would be few that would be running down Craven Park or an away ground, should I say, that would be pulling in the wind, whereas the shirt would be reacting more as a parachute than it would be displaying it like the uniform that the player should be wearing. So again, just another little bit of an interesting point there. So swinging it back around to the front, and we'll end up. The one thing that I didn't mention, which I should have mentioned at the beginning, was that this shirt carries a collar, and it's something that we don't see too much nowadays on rugby league shirts. But when we do get to see it, I'm a really big fan of it. It's quite loose. It's not stitched down like it was in 2007 on the home shirt. So again, it's just a nice little quirk and just something that I wanted to mention before we close out. So that's been episode 35 of Talking Shirts. Feel free to check back in another couple of weeks' time, where I'll be back with episode 36, and I'm going to cover the 2007 away shirt. Thank you very much for watching. See you all soon. Bye for now.